Good morning, all of you. This class is for ninth student. I am going to teach you the first lesson from your Beehive book, whose title is The Fun They Had, and whose writer is Isaac Asimov. And their characters are Margie, a 11 years old girl, Tommy, a 13 years old boy, Mrs. Jones, Margie's mother, county inspector, who amends mechanical teacher, computerized teacher, telebook, and the real book. Before going through the chapter, I want to introduce you some of the terms related to this chapter. What is mechanical teacher and who is mechanical teacher? Mechanical teacher, as you are seeing, that computerized teacher, the teachers not like us, and the telebook are the digital books. The real books are those books from which you are studying. The story begins from the Margie. Margie used to maintain her diary, and one day she dated 21 May 2157. From the date, it reveals that 2157 is 22nd century, and at present it is 2020 and 21st century. Margie and Tommy are the students of 22nd century. Their learning platform is quite different from those of you. So, and they do not read from the real book. They have telebook instead of real book, and they have mechanical teacher instead of a human teacher. And their school are not a special building like you, where you come regularly, but their schools are confined in their home. This is the basic difference because of the technological advancement. As in the beginning of this chapter, I had already told you that this chapter is based on science fiction. So you have to imagine that you are the student of 21st century. In one day, dated 21 by 2157, Margie wrote that today Tommy found a real book. What was the real book she was talking about? The real book which were printed on paper. And that book was of the Tommy's grandfather, in which he used to study. So both students curiously started discussing among themselves about the benefits of the book. Tommy said that this book is quite funny. This is not as good as our telebook, because in our telebook the matters and the letters are just flashing on the screen, but in the real book the letters are constant at his place, and the matters are limited in the real book. But in our digital book or telebook, the matters are not limited. It contains the vast number of matters. In the real book there was a description about the school, and then Margie said, "What's about the school? I hate school." And now the question begins, why she hate school? She hate school because one day when she was giving her test in geography, she was not performing better, because her mechanical teacher started dysfunctioning and has broken down. Then Mrs. Jones, the Margie's mother, sent the mechanical teacher to the county inspector. And who is county inspector and what is his work? He is to amend mechanical teacher. If mechanical teacher start dysfunctioning, the county inspector amends mechanical teacher. And when county inspector comes and repaired the mechanical teacher, he said to the Mrs. Jones, who is Margie's mother, that the level has gone far beyond the Margie's age. She is just 11 years old, and the question which we are asking by the mechanical teacher was not of her level. He told to Mrs. Jones, this happens sometimes. Now you think that you are also the student of 22nd century, and what you have to do, you have also to make comparison. I had already explained it to you that their schools are quite different from you, their books are quite different from you. And what do you think, which is more beneficial, which is more advantageous? The system in which you are studying, the system in which they are studying? This will be your homework. You have to write about the advantages and disadvantages of the future generation, the system of the future generation students, and the system in which you are studying. Have you understood what I am trying to say? I am going to repeat this question. You have to write in your copy about the advantages and disadvantages of the system in which at present you are studying. Suppose you are the student of 22nd century and in really you are the student of 21st century, and you have to just imagine, because this chapter is based on science fiction and this is quite fictitious. You have to just imagine and answer and write in your diary, write in your notebook about the system, the advantages of the system of the future generation. You suppose you are also the student of 22nd century and you have also telebook instead of real book. You also have a not human teacher like us, you have also a mechanical teacher or computerized teacher. So make basic comparison between them and tell me which is more beneficial, which is more advantageous. Tomorrow I will come and explain the further story. Okay, thank you.